Massive beat for jobs, 272,000. The estimate was for 180,000. When you take a look at the unemployment rate, ticking higher to 4%. So that was 0.1% higher than what we saw the prior reading, and 0.1% higher than what the street had been forecasting. Average hourly earnings on a month-over-month basis ticking higher by 0.4%. When you take a look at that year-over-year comparison, rising 4.1%, hotter than what the street had been anticipating. Labor force participation rate coming in at 62.5%, which was just below what the street's expectation was, and also comparing it to that prior reading of 62.7%. So again, a much hotter than expected print here. When you take a look at some of the revisions that we are getting, revisions here to the downside for the prior month, 175 was revised lower to 165,000, so revised lower by just about 10,000 here. But again, that headline number, 272,000, much hotter than the street's expectation of 180.
Yeah, I'm taking a look at some of the sectors here. Employment continuing to trend up in several industries led by healthcare, government, leisure and hospitality, and then professional, scientific, and technical services as well here. And then just taking kind of a bit of a deeper dive into what you mentioned here, labor force participation rate, 62.5% here. That was essentially little change there in May. And then one of the other huge things that we got to point out to here as I was continuing to look at some of those sectors, healthcare adding 68,000 jobs during the month of May. We'll have more of a breakdown on the sectors in just a little bit.
Yeah, and this could potentially be concerning for the Fed on a number of fronts, but I think one of the most important reasons here, when you take a look at that headline number, clearly much stronger than expected. When you take a look at the fact that the unemployment rate ticking up, as well as that labor force participation rate falling, clearly that could be a bit worrisome here for the Fed ahead of the meeting next week.